How we doing today? Is Buffy the Tycoon Master. Today we're going over some of the major life lessons I learned as an athlete and how that helped shape me to become the tycoon. I've always been around sports, played soccer all my life because let's face it, it is the best sport on the planet. Nothing comes even close to it. I played for Hackensack Royals when I was younger, and I spoke about that last week in my Thanksgiving video. Through soccer, I was fortunate enough to play in different states and countries, including Colombia and Spain. In my teens, I played for TSF Academy right here in New Jersey, and I was blessed to go to college and play for a Division I program at Fairleigh Dickinson University, where we went on to win the NEC championships, go to the NCAA tournament, beat St. John's at St. John's, beat St. Louis at St. Louis, and unfortunately, we lost to North Carolina in double overtime in North Carolina, which we outplayed them. We just didn't finish our chances, and soccer is one of those sports that will punish you. The number one thing I learned in sports is discipline. Being an athlete gave me a first-hand experience in what discipline really means. So discipline is order, and order is love. So love is discipline. There's not one single thing that exists in our lives and our world without discipline. I mean, I believe that's the common denominator, the only factor that truly matters when it comes to those who become successful in all areas of their lives and those that don't make it. Quick example, imagine if the sun, the moon, the oceans, the wind, the air, the clouds, all of those things are not disciplined daily to actually come out and do what they're supposed to do. Just picture the world that we're going to be living in. And, right now it's almost winter, so we're not even getting that much sun. And you already know we're going into that depressing season. Another example, just imagine if all the food that we get to eat every single day and all the companies and all the entities that make sure that the food makes it to our table, if those companies don't exist, just imagine, bro. Imagine life without food. How can I be kinchopa if I can't chop? And lastly, imagine if your parents weren't disciplined in putting your priorities and your needs first. How would you know they love you? You wouldn't. Okay, they can tell you they love you all they want. You still wouldn't get it. But you know they love you based on their actions. They put your needs and your survival first. And they make sure that you're fed. They make sure you're clothed. They make sure that, whatever you need, they try to provide that the best way they can. So that's the only way you actually know they love you, based on their actions. And that's discipline. Discipline is love. Love is discipline. Lesson number 2, just because somebody has all the resources, it doesn't mean that they will succeed. We've played against numerous top 20 teams in the nation, and they have the best coaches, the best equipment, the best training, the best everything. But somehow we've still found a way to beat them. Okay, so it's not necessarily what you have doesn't create championships. It's what you do with what's been given to you. Even at Black Tycoon Talk, we started with just the iPhone 6, terrible lighting, no team, no marketing, no advertising, no budget. No editing. And what that did was it helped me become a lot more creative in problem solving, and it helped me develop and study the art of this. So that's why now look at the vibe. As we get the resources, we make major improvements. The delivery is better. Cheap. An added benefit, of course, is me being the CEO and founder of Black Tycoon Talk LLC. How would I know what to look for if I've never put myself in the shoes to at least know the foundation, the fundamentals? Okay, so then now I understand what their needs are and the type of person that I'm looking for to fit certain spots on the team. Lesson number 3, practice, practice, practice. That is where all tycoons are forged. That's where you do the uncomfortable day-to-day grind so you can take advantage of opportunities presented to you. All the greats in all the fields and all levels understand this. That's where they sharpen their skills. To be tycoon, to be great, it takes practice and time. There is no shortcut. There's no shortcut to this, all right? Whether it comes to your career, your finances, your personal life, your physical and mental health, there is no shortcut. In fact, it's a never-ending work. You can't take a shortcut approach and expect to reap rewards that you have not sown, all right? That is called frustration. So many people trying to reap the above average lifestyle, the tycoon culture, the tycoon life, and in career, in finances, in relationships, without themselves doing the day-to-day grind of practicing to become a tycoon. Number 4, cuatro. Entiende, amigo, contigo, nosotros, vosotros. Getting anything out of life requires sacrifice. Even if you decide you want to stay exactly where you're at, that in of itself is a sacrifice. Whatever most people doing, that's basic or normal, right? And we know normal average equals broke. We want above average lifestyle, therefore we must become tycoons. The 5th lesson I learned from playing sports is perseverance. Never give up. In the military, they call that grit. You can have a vision that everybody around you don't understand it, but you see it, you think you can bring it to life. Don't give up on it. Your dreams are worth fighting for. Take it from the Tycoon Master himself. As much investing and energy and time that I'm putting into educating other people for free at no cost to their pocket, I might put out beautiful, great content that I feel like, oh yeah, this is top of the league. And I might get 15 views, 20 views on YouTube, and then on Instagram, I might get 100. All the behind the scenes work that nobody ever really noticed that goes into it, that keeps it aesthetically pleasing for everybody to watch. Yet, you're probably not gonna get everybody to watch it, okay? So we have over 4,000 followers on Instagram, almost 2,000 subscribers, and yet our videos on YouTube will get like 30 views. On Instagram, we'll get a few hundred views. Whatever it is that you're doing and working on, you can't focus so much on the numbers. Just keep going and keep improving. You can see where we started from to where we are now. That process is designed that way on purpose, because that's how you weed out those that deserve and those that have paid the price to get the above average lifestyle or succeed at whatever they're doing, from those that are willing to quit and give up. The sixth The next lesson that I learned from playing sports is teamwork. Being part of a team gives you big leverage when it comes to the next chapter of your life, because what happens is you yourself don't matter when you're part of the team. It's all about what you're contributing to the bigger picture, which is how the team performs. This lesson has served me well in my personal and business life, because no matter what, you won't make it by yourself. Also, knowing the right people and put them in the right spots, that's a leadership quality that you can only get from being part of a team and learning in the team setting. That's something we're proud of here at Black Tycoon Talk, with that being part of our tycoon culture, and it's heavily embedded in our investment strategies. We never care what one single company is doing. All we care about is what all the companies and funds are doing together as a unit. And the seventh and last lesson I learned from being an athlete is the future cost of your current decisions and actions. The future cost of your current decisions will determine where you're at 10 years from now, especially if you're in your 20s. Do not waste those years. Now, yeah, chop life, of course. Mama's chop. At the end of the day, life is short. Anything can happen. But make sure that you're spending major time on financial development and personal development. If you need direction or you need help. Now, in real life, you don't get to feel this on a day-to-day or month-to-month. You feel it years later. You know, when ish hit the fan, or you realize like, oh my God, you did not prioritize your mental health, physical health, and your financial health. So now you got to figure it out and try to play catch up, like what 2020 has looked like for most people. Now in college sports, you're only 1 week away from finding out what that future cost is like. So if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, if you're out late, drinking, eating out, not resting, stretching if you're supposed to be stretching, water, eating well, come game time, you're going to be terrible. Not only that, your team is going to be mad at you because you're not doing your part. These are some of the major life lessons that I learned as an athlete. Share with us your favorite lesson from this video. Don't forget, as usual, stay blessed, chop life, and stay tycoon. Cheat.